What's good, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to talk about this creepy clown situation that's plaguing the nation right now. And, this is going to be very, very deep information. So just listen very carefully and stay tuned. As we all know, Earth falls back away from the sun during winter. So when this happens, cold weather plagues the Earth. Okay, it plagues that portion of the Earth where winter is occurring. Okay, cold weather supports and sustains demonic energy. Okay, I told many people that hot weather causes stargates to open. Okay, it causes the spiritual portals to open. That's what hot weather does. So when hot weather opens stargates, cold weather causes them to close, just like the pores in your skin. Okay, when it's really hot or you're in a sauna, your pores open because the hot weather causes the molecules to move so fast. Okay, and it causes the mass, okay, of your makeup, your chemical makeup, to almost decompose, if you will. So that causes the pores and your skin to open up. Okay, that's how it also causes people to lose weight when hot weather. Cold weather does the opposite. Cold weather causes the stargates and the spiritual portals to shrink, okay, to shrivel up and to shrink, just like a person walking through cold weather. Same thing, as above, so below. So we've experienced 3 full supermoons in the past 5 months, okay, and that has helped this Earth obtain the most demonic energy in its history. Between the chemtrails, fluoride in the water, Monsanto's food, and the demonic energy promoted by Hollywood, there is the most demonic energy present on this Earth right now than there has ever been in history. It's really mind-boggling, to say the least. The Earth right now, the whole solar system, is getting closer and closer to Sirius. Let me repeat. The dimensional split is going to occur anytime between 2021 and 2022. Okay? So while that's getting ready to happen, we're getting closer and closer to the Sirius star in the sky, Sirius. So as we're getting closer to Sirius, you have a whole bunch of demon entities that don't want you to get to Sirius. They don't want you to get to 5D during the dimensional split. They want you to be left behind. They want to keep you because they're parasites. Okay? They don't want you to get to Sirius because they're clowns. The clowns, the creepy clowns, the killer clowns. They don't want you to get to Sirius. They don't want you to be serious and be a serious person and to take charge and take control of your life, and to take responsibility and accountability for your actions, and to turn your life over to the Most High. They want you to be a clown like them, not take nothing seriously, so you'll never get to Sirius, and you're gonna stay trapped here in this 3D purgatory and keep being reincarnated in new bodies and new bodies and new bodies. Now, let me just go into the history of these so-called clowns. The first clowns existed in the 5th dynasty of Kemet. Let me repeat. The first clowns in existence were started up in the 5th dynasty of Egypt, Kemet. And the clowns were used to entertain certain pharaohs. Okay? Back then, the clowns were all about, pulling people out of depression, helping kids, you see what I'm saying, become more happy and full of life, helping individuals, just acquire more humor to their personality. Their mission was to pull people out of depression. Okay, because back then, usually in Kemet, you had a elite ruling class. You see what I'm saying? And most of the other people were basically peasant people. So the jesters or the clowns back then in Kemet in the 5th dynasty, you see what I'm saying, were used how they were supposed to be used. But after Kemet fell under the Greek takeover, okay, the European takeover, throughout the years, there became an individual named Joseph Grimaldi. Joseph Grimaldi, okay, was a Freemason who was born in 1778, I believe. And as he got older, you know, he acquired acting jobs, performing arts jobs, and he became a member of the Freemasonic order, okay? And one of his orders was to change over the frequency and the entire image of the clown, okay? So his goal, his duty was to change that order from something to pull people out of depression, okay, to the total opposite, to become a parasite, to become a mischievous, deceitful, evil, pedophilic murderer. Because this is what the Freemasons are. This is what the Zionist Jews are. And if you think what I'm saying is bullshit, go put in on Google the Clown Masons. The Clown Masons. It's a branch of the Freemasons, ladies and gentlemen, called the Clown Masons. The Clown Order. Go look it up. I know it sounds crazy. You're like, damn, RFG, you know, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that either until I did the proper research. There is a branch of the Freemasons called the Clown Masons. Now, what these individuals have done, okay, they have opened demonic portals, sacrificed certain individuals at their lodges, and put certain members under demonic possession to go out in the woods, out in the wilderness, and to try to sacrifice random people. Okay, that is what's going on right now in America. There's also random people who are under demonic possession that are just doing this because their aura is so weak. Their aura is so weak. Their life force is so weak. Their pineal gland is so goddamn calcified that they're so easily controllable and manipulated that the demons tell them whatever they want and they do it. Plain and simple. So I want everyone to know, anyone who tries to trick or manipulate a child or harm a child is the lowest form of evil in existence in this dimension that we live in. Okay? Because the child represents purity. The child is innocent. The child doesn't have a full grasp of knowledge of good and evil until the child is 13. And there goes 13 again. 13 is when your pineal gland becomes fully active and you as a human being have acquired the full spiritual the full spiritual grasp, the full spiritual concept of good and evil. It's when you're 13. The scientists like to call it puberty, but it is really just a level of spiritual awareness and spiritual consciousness. You obtain the full spectrum, the full grasp of good and evil when you turn 13. Okay, that's why 13 is so significant. Okay, so anybody trying to harm a child is a demon, period. You have to be a special kind of evil to harm a child. And this is what these people do. Go look at the movie It. Stephen King's It, back in 1990. What happened in that movie? The clowns went after kids. The clowns went after the children. And you think it's BS. There was another person part of the branch of the Freemasons, the Clown Masons. Another member who raped and murdered 33 male children. 33 of them. I don't know the individual's name. The incident happened in the late 80s. Okay? He was a part of that branch of the Freemasonic order known as the Clown Masons. And this is really going to get deep. If these clowns have real physical bodies like the media is promoting, why every time I watch one of these videos, the clown in the wilderness doesn't have his own car, doesn't have his own vehicle, not living in his own cabin, in his own warehouse or anything, no food, no water? Think very carefully. Who would go out? What random person will go out in the wilderness without anything to eat, drink, or any form of transportation or any form of shelter? Who would do that? See, this is where we have to start to use critical thinking. Critical thinking. Because, like I said before, these clowns aren't real people. They're not real people. They're spirits that have manifested themselves in this physical realm, this physical dimension, or if they are real individuals, they are under full demonic possession. Nobody else in their right thinking mind, not even an average criminal, would be stupid enough to walk his ass all the way out in the woods with no food, water, shelter, or transportation and risk his life trying to scare away random people. This is where we have to think. Okay? Use critical thinking. Because like I said, these clowns ain't real people. The original clown himself is Set, aka Satan, Saturn, and his right-hand man, Lucifer. Saturn and Venus. Those are the original deceivers. Those are the ones who bring you false light to keep you hooked in to this false matrix light spectrum. That is the original clown. That is the original deceiver. Okay? These clowns that you see today are individuals under demonic possession. Now, I'm talking about the clowns that are a part of this creepy clown movement. It's either one of the two. They're either spirits conjured up from the underworld, or they are real humans that under demonic possession. And like I said, just put two and two together. I don't know any criminal who's going to risk dying or going to prison just because he wants to scare somebody and not bring his own form of transportation, not bring any food, not bring any water, and not have any shelter out there in the woods. These are random clowns, okay? Random individuals out in the road, out in the wilderness with no transportation, no food, no water, no shelter. Use your common sense. And like I said, this is all falling into place, people. Everything, this is all falling into place. Because if I'm not mistaken, if we look at that movie, Purge election year, why would you want to purge during the election year? And all those individuals had masks on, had Halloween masks on, Halloween masks. Showing you the message right there. Showing you somebody's getting ready to get hit. So one of these politician people is getting ready to get knocked off right in front of your face. And now the killer clowns are here to attack innocent souls. Okay? They're here to attack the children, just like the movie It. Because Satan, Saturn, doesn't want any children on the planet. That's why they want them shot up with vaccines. That's why they want these women to get abortions. Because if you do your research in astrology, the planet Saturn, the character Saturn, Kronos, ate his children, ate the children. So what do the clowns do? The clowns are not under our ancestors' control anymore. They're under Saturn's control. And what did Saturn tell them to do? Saturn told them to eat the children, attack the children. So what the fuck do you think is going to be happening for the next 3 weeks across this nation? Remember where you heard it first. There's going to be actual children that have to die because of certain people's ignorance. There's going to have to be older people that die and go to prison because of their ignorance. Okay, I told individuals to get their aura right. I told people to eat right. I told people to drink right. I told people to leave the mainstream media alone. I told people to only hang around people that are on your vibration so they don't taint and tarnish your aura. I told you this. I told you to get your crystals. I mean, all I can do is just give you the message. I'm the messenger. My job is just to give you the message. If you don't take heed, that's on you. So like I said, you're going to keep seeing these sightings. These individuals are actually going to end up kidnapping a lot of people. And a lot of people are going to get sacrificed. Just like that. And you think it's bullshit, watch the movie It. They live underground. The secret underground military bases. They live underground. The clowns, the killer clowns, the reptilians, the draconians. Why do you think they put gargoyles on the old corner of the churches? On the old churches, they had the gargoyles right there to show you that they live underground. What do you think Jeepers Creepers was? He lived underground. He was a gargoyle. People, I'm just asking you to put 2 and 2 together. Use your common sense, use critical thinking, and come to your own conclusion. Don't let anybody think for you, okay? Because we have to rise up, so we wise up in consciousness as we move towards the Sirius star constellation, okay? Because as we move towards the Sirius star constellation, we have clowns that are trying to hold us back, like the politicians in office, like the Knights of Malta in the Vatican. Okay, these are clowns that are in control of the branch of the Freemasonic order known as the Clown Masons, the clowns. All these damn clowns are here to deceive us and to hold us back and to keep us back from reaching Sirius. The clowns don't want us to get serious. Wake up. It's time to wake up, people, because there's too many people out here being distracted with nonsense and bullshit, okay? And they're not getting their aura right. It's a whole bunch of hate being passed around this country. I'm starting to notice as well. You see what I'm saying? Close friends breaking up from one another, turning their backs on one another. Family members can't even get along. You see what I'm saying? This is that demonic energy I'm talking about. Them stargates is starting to close during the winter, during Halloween. Halloween, back in Kemet, used to be the holiday with the most substance because the stargates were closed, so our ancestors were here in purgatory and we could easily communicate with them. Back in Kemet, the winter solstice was all about communicating with the ancestors that have passed on that are in purgatory. So we could communicate with them more easily when the stargates were closed during the winter. So now that holiday, instead of becoming the holiday with the most substance, it is the most hollow now. It's the most hollow holiday. That's why they call it Halloween, because it lost all of its substance. Instead of paying homage to our ancestors, Now we're paying homage to Saturn and his right-hand man, Lucifer, Venus. So it went from substance to hollow, with hollow people and hollow individuals with no souls and no consciousness roaming the damn streets. You have to wear a mask, and they always have to wear a mask to hide their true identity. Just like the clowns, because they're tricksters. False light bringers, just like Lucifer. That look all pretty on the outside, but on the inside, they look like those damn disgusting, demonic, zombified ass clowns in the movie It. That's how they look. They're absolutely disgusting. Holidays, Halloween, hologram, holograph, hallelujah. All these things are false. All the hollows. Hologram, holograph, hallelujah, holiday. All illusions. Holla means illusion. Go look up that etymology. Like I said, everybody's not going to make it. Everybody's not going to make it. Okay? Only a chosen few get to go through those stargates when the dimensional split occurs. And it's really sad to see a lot of people that I used to be down with, I used to be cool with, you see what I'm saying, go down the clown path instead of trying to get right with Sirius so we can go back to Sirius. They took the clown path. It's sad, but it's all written. This is all written in the walls of Kemet. Only a chosen few are going to rise up. And it's going to be very crazy this month of October. Like I said, Octo is the 8, the Saturnian 8. So we're going to see a lot of crazy things happen in this country. As far as this NFL thing, like I said in an earlier video, I said, watch out for week 6. What happened week 6? Now this guy named Kaepernick is starting. This guy named Kaepernick is starting for the 49ers now. Very interesting. The Vikings are about to get their first loss to the Eagles. So now the Vikings will be 5-1, representing Super Bowl 51. Also, I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what's getting ready to happen with this, but I might as well just give you a little hint. Your boy Kaepernick and this guy named Bradford, Sam Bradford, probably the craziest thing you guys have ever witnessed is going to happen in the Vikings-Eagles game. I'm not going to say what's going to happen, but I'm just going to tell you it's going to go down. And when it goes down in that Vikings-Eagles game, Mr. Kaepernick just might be wearing some purple for Halloween.